James here. We're back with another informational video, and today we want to talk about I just got served. Let's say you're sitting at home watching TV and your doorbell rings. Go to answer it, next thing you know, there's a process server, you've been served. So you've been sued, what do? We want to walk through some of those steps today. Now, the obvious answer is, well, you should call an attorney. Well, that's what we're here for. However, I want to talk a little bit about the process after you've been served and what you can expect. So when I think of service, I think of a client coming in. There's really three categories that we focus on to figure out how we're going to move forward. Now, let's say there's no issues with service. Service is dictated under Rule 4 of the Arkansas Rules of Civil Procedure. But let's assume service is fine. There's no problems. Well, then what category are you in and how are we going to proceed very much depends on two things. One, what were you served with? And two, what are the time restrictions or time frame that you have to answer, or if you have any court dates coming up. Now, there are a ton of different lawsuits out there, but today we're going to focus primarily on family law. Now, whenever you get served, there's typically going to be at least two documents. Number one is going to be a summons. It's going to be explaining to you that you've been served with a lawsuit and that you've got 30 days to answer, 60 days if you're incarcerated. The second is going to be a copy of what the lawsuit is. What is the complaint? What is the petition? What are they saying you did wrong or saying that they want? Now, like I said, there's three categories that we primarily focus on. And the first is, let's say in the context of family law, you're sued with a complaint for divorce. Well, this complaint doesn't have a hearing date. There are no emergencies. There's no issues. And so you're going to work with the attorney to file an answer within 30 days. And you're going to proceed with the case from there. Now, the second category, the stakes are raised a little bit. In this situation, you've been served with a summons and a complaint or a petition, but the party serving you has also gotten a hearing date, what's called a temporary hearing. Those are typically set out a couple of weeks, and what that is saying is we have some temporary problems that we need to address in the short term. Here's the complaint, here's the summons, and here's your court date coming up in a matter of a few weeks typically. Now, the third category, in the context of family law, the stakes are raised even higher. And that's where, again, you get served with a summons, but also a complaint or petition, but an order for hearing, and what's called an ex parte order. Now, what that means is that the judge has already issued an order and that some of the relief that's requested has already been granted. You're going to have a hearing within 14 days at the latest, and in this instance, there's an emergency that needs to be addressed right away. Now, the reason we go through these categories is because just because you got served doesn't mean the process is the same. You know, whether we're in that first bucket of I just got served with a petition and a complaint and I have no court, or there's an ex parte emergency order that's already been entered, there's a wide variety, a wide range of things that an attorney needs to view, needs to understand, and then how he needs to respond based on what's been provided to him and what the client has been served with. Okay, so the bad news is that you've been sued. Nobody wants to get served. Nobody really wants to be in a lawsuit. You know, frankly, most people are sitting at home enjoying television. Next thing they know, they're in the middle of a contested legal battle. The good news is that this is something the Teague Law Firm handles quite literally every day. Oftentimes people call, they come in, I've been served, what do I do? They're in a state of confusion, they're in a state of concern, and this is something that we handle on a regular basis and we're well equipped to address and hit the ground running. So if you've been served, don't panic. We have a free consultation here at the Teague Law Firm. You can bring your paperwork in, bring your documents in. We'll sit down and we'll walk through it line by line and explain, you know, what is this lawsuit, what is going on, who's serving me, and why. And together we can develop a game plan going forward to figure out how do we get you from I've been served, what do I do, to okay, here's the path forward, let's go. Thanks for watching. If you've been served, just let us know. Otherwise, you can like and subscribe our YouTube channel for more legal content.